Well, hello again, folks. Another episodes of automotive drama. Today, as you can see, I have the axle out of this Toyota, and I replaced the axle seal. Give me 1 second. Let me show you here. Okay, as you see, it new seal. Here's basically the tool I used. This and this. And a hammer, and it's a little tricky. The key to this is when you're pounding that thing in, try to keep it as level and even as possible. Now, if you get off on one side or the other just a little bit, tap on that side and not the other, and they usually straighten themselves out. Don't get all carried away with it now. But, and then you'll know that it's in when you see it's flush. Really hard for me to get both hands and camera in here. Here we go. When it's pretty flush or slightly lower than that lip. Now, if you're hitting on that thing and you realize that you can't get the one side in, of course my light's gonna fall. Here we go. If you can't get the one side in, you'll see that there's a lip right there. Okay, make sure you get this tool on the inside of that round lip, on the inside of the tranny, the inner part of the tranny, because it will keep you from getting the backside of that in. Another key to this, if you notice on the backside, I have trans gel on the spring. There's a spring behind there, and that's what actually seals it. Now, when you're installing that, you're tapping on it. Dink, 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 you're knocking on it. The reason I put the grease in there is because the grease will hold the spring for you in place. Now, as you can see, it's in there, it's flush, and you don't see the spring falling out. Where is the spring? Where's the old one? Here's what the spring looks like when it falls out. That spring, this is the spring that popped out of the other one. This is what actually keeps tension on the axle to keep it, say goodbye to that one, to keep it from leaking. It actually squeezes it. It's a spring, like a rubber band around it. See, this one, I don't know why this one leaked. They both look like they're in pretty good shape. I changed the axle a few weeks ago, but I don't know. I guess it was just wore out. Anyways, likes. Anybody likes any of my videos, feel free to give me a like, thumbs up. Subscribes are better. Any questions, comments, feel free to ask. This is, I don't know, relatively, I mean, it's a little tricky, but, I mean, it's manageable for your average guy. I mean, it's not something extremely technical. But, as you can see, I'm about to put the axle back in it. And that's kind of simple. I mean, there's 3 nuts, or two nuts, a bolt. And then you have your BFPV. And you simply just pry down on it, and as you can see, I have the spindle tied to the caliper, tied to the jack stand, so it's out of my way. It just makes it so much easier to get the axle in and out. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in, folks, and please feel free to throw me a subscription, and have a good night.